Madam children, this is part 2 of chapter number 13. So today in this video we are going to do 13.1 as well as 13.2. We are going to end 13.1 exercise and we are going to start exercise 13.2, direct and inverse proportion. Okay. Rashmi has a road map with a scale of 1 centimeter representing 18 kilometer. She drives on a road for 72 kilometer. What would be her distance covered in the map? So a girl named Rashmi, what she is making map. So 18 kilometer distance she is representing with 1 centimeter, and we need to find how much centimeter she will represent 72 kilometer distance. So let's make the table. I've already made this table. One is scale, another is representation. So 1 centimeter is representing 18 kilometer and 72 kilometer we need to represent how many centimeter going to represent. Okay, so let scale is x, representation is y. So this will be your x1, this will be your y1, x2, y2. Now see, 18 kilometer initially distance was, now distance is 72 kilometer. It means your distance is increasing. So your this centimeter should also increase. So this is a question of direct proportion. So what formula we are going to use? We are going to use x upon y equal to constant. Okay, so let's solve x1 upon x2 equal to y1 and x2 upon y2. I hope you know why I am making such kind of equation, because x1 upon y1 is also equal to constant and x2 upon y2 is also going to be equal to constant. So when both are equal to constant, they are also equal to each other. Again and again I am repeating the same thing. Now let's put the value 1 upon 18, x2 upon 72. Let's do cross multiplication. 1 into 72, x2 into 18, 1 into 72 upon 18. Fine, we are able to find the x2 value. Okay, so you are going to have 4 centimeter. X2 value will be 4 centimeter. So this will be your answer. Okay, let's move to the next question. Now our next question is, a 5 meter 60 centimeter high vertical pole casts a shadow 3 meter 20 centimeter long. Find at the same time. Now one vertical pole is there. So when it is standing vertically, it lasts a shadow that is equal to 3 meter 20 centimeter. Now the length of the shadow cast by another pole is this 10 meter 50 centimeter high. So we need to find out the length of the pole. So for that we need to make the pair. So let's make the table, pole and shadow. Okay, so pole length was 5 meter 60 centimeter and it is creating shadow of 3 meters 20 centimeter. Okay, so now another pole, the length of the shadow cast by another pole. We need to find the length of the shadow. Pole length is 10 meter 50 centimeter. So its shadow we need to find out. Okay, before we start with anything, let's make the measurement equal. This is in meter, this is in centimeter. Let's make it in 1 unit. So let's convert into the centimeter. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So this 5 meter is equal to 500 centimeter plus 60. It means this is equal to 560 centimeter. 10 meter means 10 into 100 means 1000. 1000 plus 50 centimeter, 1050 centimeter. This will be equal to 320 centimeter. Okay, now all the measurements are in centimeter. So this will be your table. Okay, so 560 centimeter, 1050 centimeter, 320 centimeter. So we are going to take these value, centimeter value we are going to take. Okay, now this is x and this is y. x1, x2, y1, y2. So x1 upon y1, x2 upon y2. 560 centimeter upon 320 centimeter, 1050 centimeter upon y2 we need to find. Do the cross multiplication, you will get the y2 value, that is 600 centimeter. It means near about 6 meter. So this will be your answer. Okay, now the next part also we are having. Next part is the height of the pole which casts a shadow 5 meter long. So we need to find the height of the pole. Shadow is 5 meter long. So this we know this time, and this side we need to find out. So same procedure you have to follow. First convert 5 meter into 500 in centimeter. It would be equal to 500 centimeter. Okay, getting my point? So this will be your homework. Second part will be your homework. Let's move to the next part. Now 10th part. 10th question we are having. A loaded truck travels 14 km in 25 minutes. If the speed remains same, how far can it travel in 5 hours? Okay, so one truck is already loaded. So travel, let's make the table. Travel 14 kilometers. It travel time this side 25 minutes. Okay, in 5 hours how many distance it should travel? So in this way we are going to make the table. Okay, so this is x, this is y, x1, y1, x2, y2. So let's convert 5 hours in minutes. So this 5 hours is near about 300 minutes, because in 1 hour we are having 60 minutes. So 5 into 60 is 300 minutes. Okay, so let's find out this distance. So x1 upon y1 equal to x2 upon y2, 14 upon 25, x2 upon 300. Okay, let's do cross multiplication. 400 into 300, 14 into 300 upon 25 equal to x2. So after solving this, you will get 168 kilometer. Okay, I'm not solving fully because calculation you can do. I'm just giving you hint how to do these type of question. So with this your 13.1 is finished. Let's start with 13.2. Before we start exercise 13.2, let's discuss about the inverse proportion. Let me give you introduction of inverse proportion concept. So what is inverse proportion? Let's see. Like I have 20 sweets and I want to distribute these sweets among the children. Okay, so let's make the table. One table I'm making of children, another table I'm making of number of sweets. Okay, so children are x and number of sweets represent y. So if I'm having 20 sweets, okay, I want to distribute among the children. So if if I'm having 20 children, so how can I distribute 20 sweets? So one each sweet get each student. Okay, and if I'm having 10 children, so 2 sweets I'm going to give to each student. Okay, then if I'm having 5 children, then 4 sweet each children will get. And if I'm having 2 children, then 10 sweets each children will get. And if I'm having only one, then 20 sweet that single child will get. So with this example, I want to tell you one thing, that if your children are decreasing, your number of sweets are increasing. It means if in one condition one thing is increasing, its effect is showing that other thing is decreasing. Okay, it means 20 into 1. So 20 children, 1 sweet each. So let's see, 20 into 1, it gives you 20. Then 10 children, 2 sweets each. 10 into 2, you are getting 20. Then 5 children, 4 sweets each. 5 into 4, 20. Then 2 children, 10 sweets each. 2 into 10 is 20. Then 1 children, 20 sweets each. 20. It means if this x and y are getting multiplied with each other, you are getting constant value. Like in the direct proportion, when x and y are dividing with each other, you are getting constant value. In the same manner, in inverse proportion, if x and y are getting multiplied with each other, you are getting constant value. So with this, we are getting one formula, that is, what formula we are getting? X multiplied by y, you are getting constant. Okay, this is a formula of inverse, because if one thing is increasing, other thing is decreasing. If one thing is decreasing, other thing is increasing. It is a reverse proportion. So this is the concept of inverse proportion. With the help of this, we are going to solve exercise 13.2. Let's solve 13.2 exercise. Exercise 13.2. Which of the following are in the inverse proportion? Now few situations are there and we need to tell is this situation is direct proportion or inverse proportion. So which of the following are in inverse proportion? Number of workers on a job, time to complete the job. Now if workers are more to complete a job, then we need less time to do. So if workers are increasing, time is decreasing. It means this condition is the example of inverse proportion. Okay, now let's see the next situation. Time taken for a journey, distance traveled in a uniform speed. Okay, so this is the example of direct proportion. This is the example of direct proportion, because when we are moving in the uniform speed, distance and time both move in the same direction. Okay, then area of cultivated land and the crop harvested. So area of cultivated land and the area of harvest, it means if you are growing more crop, then you are able to cut more crops. So something is increasing, other thing is also increasing. So this is also an example of direct proportion. Okay, now fourth part I'm giving you homework, and fifth part also I'm giving you homework from this. Fifth part is also I'm giving you homework. Let's read the fifth part, the population of a country and the area of land per person. So this also I'm giving you homework. Try to do this work as in homework. Okay, now question number 2 from this exercise. In a TV game show, the prize money of 1 lakh is to be divided equally among the winners. Okay, find the whether prize money given to an individual winner is directly or inversely proportional to the number of winners. Now this table is already given to you and you need to fill this table, and after completing this table you need to tell whether it is a direct proportion or inverse proportion. See, one prize money, 1 lakh money is there, and we have to represent into among the winners. So if one winner is there, so the whole 1 lakh rupees is given to that winner only. Okay, if 2 winners are there, it means half of prize is going to be divided, 50,000 each. If 4 winners are there, so 1 lakh, this 1 lakh is going to be divided among the 4 winners. It means they are going to have 25,000 each. So if 4 winners are there, so 25,000 is going to be given to each winner. Okay, then next is if 5 winners are there. If 5 winners are there, it means that 1 lakh rupees is distributed among the 5. It means 20,000 money is given to each winner. And if 8 winners are there, then 12,500 money is given to each winner. How I am calculating? 1 lakh divided by 8, 1 lakh divided by 5. Then if 10 winners are there, 10,000 each money, 10,000 each winner will get. Then if 20 winners are there, then 5,000 each winner will get. See, now table has been completed. We need to check whether the situation is inverse or direct proportion. See, if number of winners are increasing, money is decreasing. So this is the example of this situation is example of inverse proportion, because both are not increasing and both are not decreasing. One thing is increasing, other thing is decreasing. So this question is example of inverse proportion. Now today's last question, question number 3, we are going to solve. Now question number 3 from exercise 13.2. See, Rahman is making a wheel. In such a way, Rahman is making a wheel. He wants to fix equal spokes in such a way that the angles between any pair of consecutive spokes are equal. Help him completing the following table. Now, in this way, Rahman wants to make the wheel. So these are the spokes. He wants to adjust a spoke in such a way that this angle should be equal to each other. If he is increasing the spokes, then only all the angles should be equal to each other. Okay, now in this figure, many spokes are there. So again, each and every angle should be equal to each other. So these are the consecutive pair of spokes. Okay, so how he should manage to construct a wheel with the help of spoke? We need to find that. Okay, now if number of spokes 4 are there, so angle between each consecutive pair is 90. If number of spokes are 6, then angle is 60. If number of spokes are 8, how much angle should be there? If number of spokes are 10, how much angle should be there? So we need to find out that. Okay, so let's make number of spokes x and this is y. Angle is y. So this is x1, x2, y1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Then y2, y3, y4, y5. So in this way I have already made the angles. So x1, see, this spokes are increasing, angle should be decreased. So this is a question of inverse proportion. Okay, so we are going to make x1 into y1 equal to x2, y2 equal to x3, y3 equal to x4, y4 equal to x5, y5. So in this way a situation can be formed. So let's make, I am taking x1 into y1 because we need to find y3. I am taking this equal to x3, y3. x1 is 4, y1 is 90, x3 is 8, y3 is, we need to find. Okay, so find out 4 into 90 upon 8, y3. So 4 2 ja 45. So y3 is 45 degree. So if 8 spokes are there, 45 degree angle it will make. Okay, then in this way, if 10 spokes are there, so you are able to find y4 value here. So again make the situation x1 y1 x4 y4. Solve this equation, you will get y4 value equal to, 36. Okay, so y4 value is 36 degree. In this way find y5. Y5 is equal to, it will equal to 30 degree. Okay, so I have already completed the table. In this way you are able to find out the angle between the consecutive pair of spokes. Okay, now your question is not complete with this. We need to solve 3 parts more in this. First part is, are the number of spokes and the angles formed between the pair of consecutive spokes is in inverse proportion. So in this starting only I have already told you that this question is based on inverse proportion. So yes, first part answer is yes. First part answer is yes. Okay, second part is, calculate the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes on a wheel with 15 spokes. Now same table we need to make. Initially, if your spokes was 4, your wheel is making 90 degree angle. Your question wants that if spokes are 15, we need to find the angle. Okay, we need to find the angle between these spokes when spokes are 15. So let it x1 y1 x2 y2. So this is the question of inverse proportion. Make the equation, find out the answer. Y2 will be 24 degree. Okay, so this answer you will get. Now let's solve the third part. Third part is, how many spokes would be needed if the angle between pair of consecutive spokes is 40? Now let's again make table 40 90. So if spokes are 4, angle is 90, and if spokes, we need to find if they are making 40 degree angle. So again with the help of this table we can find out these spokes x1 y1 x2 y2. Sorry, y1 x2 and y2. Okay, so x1 y1 x2 y2. So 4 into 90, then x2 into 40, it gives you 4 into 90 upon 40 x2. So it will give you 9. So 9 spokes will be your answer. So very easy question. I hope all the questions are clear to you. Try all the questions in your notebook. Saira. In the next exercise, in the next video, we are going to complete this 13.2 as well as. Thank you so much, Saira.